Oh, I guess I should start this. All right. Here we go. Here we go now.
What I do.
It is me, Helen Edwards, author of the upcoming book, Nothing Sexier Than Freedom. And this is podcast episode 6. And I'm here with one of my really good friends, T-Money.
T-Money.
T-Money in the house. So we have an exciting podcast for you today. So exciting that we are drinking, hey, cheers, water. It's so refreshing.
It is.
Yeah, today we're going to talk about one of our favorite subjects, DUIs. DUIs and Donkey Kongs, which we felt they go hand in hand, actually. I don't know how, but we'll figure that out. First of all, how you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, just chilling. Chilling at home mostly.
So we're wearing the shades for a special occasion because since we can't drink, we thought we'd get high instead. I'm totally kidding.
No, I'm pretty high.
No. I'm not. Are you?
No.
Oh man, that's a great idea though. We should have thought about it next time. So for a disclaimer out there for anybody, it's medicinal, okay? But no, I have something to say. We are celebrating our friendship for like what, 2 years?
Almost,
2
yeah.
years, yeah.
Yeah.
And this time, what was it, last year?
We were in
Nashville. Well, it's October, but technically a few weeks ago this time.
Right.
Year,
we were flying back.
We were flying in Nashville, or flying back from Nashville.
Yeah.
Had one of the most amazing experiences of our lives.
A lot of drinking.
A lot. No DUIs though.
No DUIs, but a lot of drinking.
Yeah, it was some really good times. All paid for. Company paid for it, and we had a blast. Actually, so what happened was, literally, I think it was we went to work one day, and then the bosses brought us all in a room and said,
literally just started picking people out of the crowd, like Jerry Springer or something.
And just said, okay, you have 30 minutes to give us an answer. And the question was, will you fly to Nashville for 7 weeks? No, it was 6 weeks, for 6 weeks.
Yeah, we ended up staying.
All paid for to do some work for a company out there. And we literally looked at each other like, what? Wait, we have a half an hour to just drop our lives and go to Nashville?
Yeah, and it was less than 24-hour notice. It was like a 12-hour notice because we had to be at the airport at like 3 a.m. the next day. Yeah,
it was crazy. I don't think I've ever had to make a decision that fast.
Nope.
But the cool part is that there was an incentive. I think it was like, what, $5,000?
$5,000 plus overtime.
What would you do for $5,000?
Yeah, I would fly to Nashville for $5,000.
Yeah, so that's what we did. And I remember thinking, I'm doing it. This is so exciting because I'm a very spontaneous person as it is. So
I'm not.
I got super excited. But there was some friends of ours who literally left their families, their kids, who'd never been away from their families ever, and jumped at it. And it was, I think 12 women, right? 12 women.
It was
and
like 12
guys.
women and 2 guys. Yeah.
And they put us up at the Embassy Suite.
Sheraton
is what I was going to say.
With our free nights after we left.
Yes.
We got free nights.
Oh my God. So
I used mine all
this hotel was amazing. It was beautiful. I mean, the beds were gorgeous. The views were gorgeous. It was in downtown Nashville.
Indoor pool.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Indoor pool, indoor gym. But the catch was we had to fly out the very next morning and leave our families with literally, I don't think they gave us any money up front. So whatever was in our bank accounts had to get us to our next check, our first check.
Yeah.
Being out there. We had to get rent-a-cars while we were out there.
Yeah.
We had to, and all of us kind of knew each other from work just by, hey, what's up? How you doing? 15-minute breaks, half hour.
Yeah.
But we really never got close. So it was almost like we were it was like the real world. That's what it kind of reminded me of.
It reminded me of a sorority, but
yeah. Well, I was never in a sorority. Were you in a sorority?
No.
Okay.
But it reminded
the closest
me of
thing
what
to what people talk about.
Yeah.
And we went out there. It was crazy because we were all getting to know each other, here's the other thing too. We had to spend every single minute with each other because we only got a few cars was it 2 cars, 2 or 3
It
cars?
was like 3 cars for like 15 people or something, or 13 people.
Yeah. And we had to share the car. So I became a driver. I think it was me and like 2 other people.
I drove a lot. Like one of the other chicks drove, but then I took over like a couple weeks in. So I drove for the rest of the time.
You did really good. Did you drive? I didn't even remember.
Yeah, I drove with Janet, Esther, and someone else.
So she was a driver, I was a driver, and we had to drive everybody to and from work. And we had to work literally from like 6 o'clock in the morning to 8 p.m. at night. Yeah. Every single day.
I mean, overtime.
Every single day for
still
3 or 4 weeks. Every single day. Yep. It was crazy.
No time off.
No time off. So we were looking like hell
and work. Most of the time I was hungover. So
well, there was a lot of let's get off work and have some drinks at each other's rooms. So literally walking in our pajamas, going to everybody's room. We did a lot of face masks. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, we did.
It was great. It was a good time. And we really learned about each other's weaknesses and strengths and got to know each other. And we fought with each other. Shout out, you know who you are. But
who was it?
It was a few girls, it
was mainly the Nashville girls.
Well, the Nashville girls were pretty badass though too. Like all in all, to be around, tons of women. We were all, women. We have hormones. We've got things going on, and it was, for me, I think it was definitely a growing experience because I loved it. I soaked it up because I'm a retreat goer. I love to go to retreats. I love to connect with people. So seeing everybody kind of fighting with one another was like, oh, front seat, I got to see everything.
The guys did the most fighting. The 2 guys on the trip.
Yeah, some guys, they did some fighting. And for us, it was more like, oh my gosh, did you see this and that?
Yeah.
But I'm not a big gossiper, so it was more like just hearing everything. And I felt like, okay, everybody just kind of settle down. Like, why don't we just go work out? Working out is going to heal everything. So is juicing. So I got everybody to do some juices. I think by the end, I had everybody juicing and working out.
I was working out.
It was
obviously
awesome.
I didn't keep up with it, but
it was so much fun. And I miss, if any of you girls are out there listening, it was a blast, and I miss you all. And I can't wait to hang out with you guys again when I have my book launch party, because of course all of you are invited, and it's gonna be the shit. That's all I'm saying. So that's how we really connected out there, and I connected with you on a really deep level, and I'm really glad that you allowed me to come into your life and get to know you better, because this girl right here has taught me so much about self-love. It's insane. And
you've taught me the same, so.
But let's talk about something. So DUIs. This is a big subject. In fact, we have some statistics.
We do. Yep. So refreshing. On average, actually, drunk drivers kill someone in the U.S. every 40 minutes. And that's all states, of course, not just one, but every 40 minutes, something like that happens. And it sometimes, though, it could even be because, especially in Arizona, it's a 0 tolerance. So the slightest degree can mean that you're a drunk driver, which means you could have had 1 beer 2 hours ago and you killed someone, and now you're considered a drunk driver who killed somebody. So it's not always just people who get completely hammered and go drive out somewhere.
Yeah. I think one of the reasons why we decided to talk about this subject is because we are both guilty of having DUIs. I had mine. Well, it's not really funny, but at the same time, you got to be able to laugh at yourself.
You have to be able to move on and, just learn from it.
Learn from your mistakes. I can't tell you how many people I've come to know who have a DUI and haven't learned from it, and it's pretty sad. I know when I got mine, it was a huge slap in the face. It was during I don't even know if I was divorced yet, but it was literally at that time I was transitioning from, getting out of my divorce and everything. And it was just a really hard time in my life. In fact, I did not care who I was hurting, not even myself. So I was doing a lot of drinking and driving, being very careless on the road. And then I got my DUI, and it was really, really embarrassing because it was with a guy that I was dating, and I was so obsessed over him. And it was so embarrassing because I got locked up and he didn't.
We're gonna have to take you to jail, man.
I know. And I think that was actually one of the biggest things that made me go, I'm never gonna drink and drive again. Unfortunately, I hate to be the one to admit it, but that was a big deal for me, getting embarrassed like that. But I got locked up, and then I had
Is this in your book, or is this an exclusive?
I don't know. I think it's behind the scenes. I don't think I mentioned my DUI at all.
Well, this is exclusive then.
Yeah, I had a huge fine, and I was broke as. So I had to pay the fine, working like 3 jobs, which really sucked. And I had to go to a lot of classes, which was very eye-opening for me. Mm-hmm. In fact, I think DUI classes or alcohol, videos and classes, they should be shown in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Before you even get
because there's high schoolers drinking and driving all the time.
I was drinking and driving. And driving all the way up until what was it? 10 years ago, 12 years ago now. There's like a 2-hour.
I was still in high school when I got my first DUI. I was 17. So
damn, for real?
Yeah. It was 2 weeks before my graduation.
Wow.
Yep.
So so mine was way back when, and I learned very quickly after paying that fine that it's probably cheaper. No, it is cheaper to just take a cab everywhere.
Definitely.
It's more fun. And
now they have Uber and Lyft, and it's only like $10.
You can get like crazy in the car,
Yeah.
Not even worry about driving.
Uber drivers are fun most of the time.
Most of the time they are fun.
Yeah.
What's wrong with my tongue today? Okay, don't answer that. No comments on that.
Let herself right into that one.
So here's another statistic I thought was pretty cool. Well, not cool, but every day 28 people in the United States die in alcohol-related vehicle crashes. That's 1 person every 51 minutes. That's almost 1 person every hour. Less than
That's
an hour.
A lot, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got a fun fact the other day, which I thought it was way more, but only 1 out of 10 people driving with their headlights off are drunk drivers. I thought it would have been more, to be honest with you.
That's interesting.
I got pulled over. My second one, I got pulled over because my headlights were off.
So, in other words, everybody's headlights who are out just can't afford to fix them, or
something,
to fix them.
Or they are impaired. But the thing is that they aren't impaired enough to not operate the vehicle. Mm-hmm. They just didn't turn their headlights on.
Turn your goddamn headlights on, okay? Because
I see people at night driving, and I'm like, oh shit.
Especially when I'm driving with somebody and they sock me in my arm. Like, what's up with that? Stop it. Okay? Not cool. Speaking of headlights, my brake lights were out, and I was driving in California when I went to go see my son.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I had no idea. My son, who's driving behind me, says, "Mom, your headlights are out, or your brake lights are out." And I was like, "Oh my God, I could have got hit this whole time."
Yeah,
freaks me
California
out.
too, like.
Mm-hmm. And my windows are tinted in California while I was down there.
My left blinker light has been out for 3 weeks.
Wait, are you confessing this right now?
Yeah.
Did we not just have
my
this
left
conversation?
blinker light
fixed?
is still out after 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I literally am terrified to drive because, I work for an insurance company, so it's like I hear about this stuff all the time, and I don't know why. I just haven't got it fixed. Well, I know why. I can't leave the house.
Well, vehicles are very interesting to me because I feel like it's like a spaceship, and it can get you anywhere. So if you're somebody who's gone a long time without a vehicle, when you have one, you appreciate it so much. Okay, let me tell you this. When I got back from Africa and I had to ride my bicycle, 20 miles to work every day. Okay, mind you, I didn't go every day, but I went about 3 times a week. 3 times a week still.
Called out that.
And it was it was in the heat. And during the summer here in Phoenix.
Are you talking about when you got your DUI, how you couldn't drive?
No. This is when I sold my car.
When you just didn't have a car.
Traveling, and then I came back and I didn't have the money to get a car.
Oh my gosh.
So I was riding my bicycle to my job in East Scottsdale from the avenues over in West Phoenix. And literally, I had to bicycle 20 miles one way to get to work. So I did that about 3 times a week. Luckily, some of my girlfriends at work gave me a ride back in their cars. And they were like, they put my bike in the back of their trunk or in their van, and they drove me back home. And I remember like the first couple weeks, I was taking ice baths. I was that sore, but then I got used to it and just hydrated, and turned on my music, and I was like, and I was in some really great shape though. I really was. I had a really nice tan going on, burnt a lot, but it was an experience for me. So anyways, because of that, now that I have a car, I'm like, oh my God, I love my car. It's so amazing. I name all my cars. My car right now, her name is Bubbles.
Mine's Trixie.
She's a little bit pansexual and I love her. But here's the deal. I allow her to go wherever her heart desires to go.
I don't do that with my car. Because then I'd probably crash somewhere.
Okay. Well, crashing when what? You mean crashing like at somebody's house or literally crashing into
both?
Well, okay, so texting and driving. Here's one of my pet peeves. I do not like to text and drive, so I'm a little bit guilty of Snapchatting though.
Yeah.
But I kind of have it away from me, like, right here. But texting is that takes a lot of work. Like my thumbs, no.
First of all, you have to have at least one of your hands on the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And then with your other one, I mean, I don't know how big your phones are. Mine's huge, so I can't just like text like with one hand while I'm driving.
I can't thumb it single-handedly. You know what? I wonder if there is, okay, I have seen some people that can go to town with their thumbs, like, and it's impressive. In fact, I do believe there's contests out there where they do.
There are contests.
Yeah, I actually heard about it. We should definitely Google that and look it up.
I think I might be able to win one of the contests.
Really?
No.
You're that fast?
Sometimes.
How many miles an hour can you go with your thumbs?
With my thumbs.
Is that even a real
least
question?
10.
10 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure I can probably do like 2 miles an hour. Wait, is that faster or slower?
I don't know.
When it comes to math, is that even a math question?
I don't think so.
Okay, let's talk Donkey Kongs, okay?
Oh, man.
All right, so we've given the thing out there about don't drink and drive, don't text and drive. Don't Donkey Kong and drive.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. So what exactly are we talking about here?
I don't know.
All right. So apparently Donkey Kong driving is a thing. And what it means is, I don't know if y'all are ready for this. Okay, so it's where you're driving and a song comes on and all of a sudden you just start Donkey Kong.
Oh my God. I think that was also AKA fist bumping.
No. So fist bumping is like, but Donkey Konging is where you just get crazy. Okay, there's this guy.
Like when you're listening to
metal rap, like there's this guy who's got this podcast out where he's Donkey Konging it, but I don't think he realizes he's doing that. And I'm guilty of Donkey Konging it.
Donkey Konger.
It's like pretty insane. I'm guilty of Donkey Konging it.
I probably am too. I just don't know it.
I will definitely have to record me Donkey Konging.
Well, yeah.
I just like saying
now
it.
It has to be done.
I just want to say it, Donkey Konging.
Donkey Konging.
Can you say it 20 times really fast?
No.
Try.
Donkey Konging, Donkey Konging, Donkey Konging. Yeah, it's over.
Ready? Let's try it together. 1, 2, 3. Donkey Konging, Donkey Konging, Donkey Konging, Donkey Konging. It's out of control.
I can't do it.
So what else is new with you? What's going on?
With me, well, actually, I'm currently working a lot, and I just got feedback back, and I'm actually doing really good at work. So I'm looking at moving up.
Ooh, moving
or trying to. But that's pretty much all that's exciting going on.
Well, I'm excited to be here to see you and hang out because it's been forever.
It's been at least 6
This girl
months.
right here is so funny. I always tell her she needs to do like her own comedy show or something. She may not seem like she's like having you guys bust up laughing right now, but I'm telling you, in the future, this one.
It all just comes like, it's like it can't be staged. That's why I don't think I'd be a good comedian.
I think hanging out with fun people or funny people or people that just make you laugh and you can be yourself is like the best people to be around.
It is.
In fact, that's something that I learned from Nashville. I was more like positive, zen out, you know, always trying to be positive before I went to Nashville. And one thing that you and like Janet and Esther and all the other girls taught me, like Imani, shout out, Whitney, you know.
Gabby and Lupe.
You girls, you know, just all of them, what you guys have all taught me is how to be myself, be authentic, and just like, you know, not really care about swinging one way in life. And
everyone's very accepting.
Being just accepting.
Yeah.
And expecting.
And doing the same dumb shit that you do. So
yeah. And not judging so much.
Yeah.
One thing too, did I already say one thing? Two things too. Third thing.
I'm just kidding.
I really like the fact that you guys just, you know what, I already forgot what I was gonna say.
I don't know what she was gonna say.
It was so good. Those moments I have, I swear, in my memory. That's why I wrote a book, because I can't remember everything all the time.
You know, I started to write one and I couldn't remember anything either.
What? What do you mean?
I literally got like, no joke, 50 pages in, and then
What?
Yeah.
What? You need to finish that.
I can't. Well,
Oh
it's 50 handwritten pages. So I write big.
I think everybody should write a book.
Oh, yeah.
If not for publication, just for yourself, you know,
and to help other people.
Or to help other people, but definitely for yourself and for your older person self, you know, that future somebody. Or if something happens to you, you know, like something happened to my brother recently, if there was something he could have left down for his kids or even for us, you know, a book is really special. And it doesn't even have to be a memoir about your life. It could be a funny book or sexual.
Just something.
A sexual book, yeah. Something. I don't know what sensual book. You're so sensual.
50 Shades of Grey, shout out.
Yeah, it's a really good book. The movie, I thought the movie was really good.
The movie was pretty dope.
Yeah. Did it make you want to like?
Yeah, it did actually. Yeah. Like, tie me up.
Oh yeah, tie me up like right now. Actually, I haven't been tied up in a while. I think it's overdue. Don't comment on that. Can I delete that out? I mean, how that just came out of nowhere. Anyways, so
I've never been tied up.
You've never been tied up? Actually,
no,
it's probably
I think about it and I like the idea, and then it like comes to
you got to find the right
time,
person.
and I'm like,
you got to find the right person who's gonna want to like tie you up and do it like, you know.
Well, every time I think of tied up, I think of like going to jail.
Oh, geez. Well.
Bad times.
Oh my goodness. Take another sip of water.
Yeah,
I wish this was something else, but I'm glad it's not, because we're not drinking and driving.
I can't even drive anywhere.
No.
So my DUI is very recent, actually. I actually just got out of Contents, which they said Tent City was shut down. They're lying. Contents is still open.
What is Contents? Tell us about it.
It's literally Tent City. They just changed the name.
Okay.
And so everyone's there. There's like 30 women.
It's for like cons in the tent, like Contents.
Yeah. Very clever. Very clever. I thought it was funny, but wasn't as funny when I got there. So there's 30 women in a tent. And I have to say, I was like amazed at the type of women that were there, because I thought it was going to be like, you're my bitch. But no, all the women were so like helpful. They were all understanding. Like it was literally all just women like just like me, you know, just going through some stuff.
Yeah.
Made a mistake. They're serving their time. And it actually was a lot nicer than being locked up in a cell all day. We were out in the open. It was hot, but
so you've had two. What makes you like, how do you know this is going to be like your very last time?
Well,
I mean, nobody can tell the future, but.
Right. Well, let me just say the first one I didn't learn a fucking thing from because I didn't have anything to lose at all. Didn't have a job, was driving maybe for like less than a year. I didn't really have like anything to lose. Plus I didn't end up paying for it. My parents did. So didn't have to lose that either. But no, it wasn't real to me. And now I'm in a whole nother space where I'm realizing like I could actually have killed somebody or, you know, like I couldn't even go to jail when I was 18 or when I was 17 because I was under 18. So they couldn't even take me in. So being there, as much as I love the women I was with, being there was not fun. It wasn't fun at all. I mean, it was very strict, lockdown every 2 hours. And it was terrible. Food was terrible too.
I think that was really great what you just said. Like you had nothing to lose. And I think if you have something really great to lose,
that's when
it makes you think more consciously about it. So, but I'm really proud of you because you definitely owned it and you've talked a lot about how you're going to make this shift and you know, you're not drinking right now, which is really great.
Yeah.
Even when I try to peer pressure you. So just kidding. No, but you really have. I feel like since I've known you, you've matured greatly in the past 2 years.
Thank you.
And become a very stronger woman. So it's so beautiful to see somebody grow in who they are and who they're going to become. So on that note, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So, you know, I wrote this book, Nothing Sexier Than Freedom, and I want to know your perspective of what is sexy to you. What is sexier? What is not sexier than freedom? I don't know. What am I trying to say here? What is sexy to you, basically?
Sexy to me is just feeling, you know, a lot of self-confidence. I think that it doesn't always come with just makeup and pretty clothes and stuff like that. It does come from within yourself. Like, you know, there's a lot of bigger women out there who are not confident whatsoever and they don't feel comfortable in their skin. And it's all just about becoming free with your inner self. Mm-hmm. And that's what makes you beautiful to everybody else, is what I think.
And I love that because when we were in Nashville, you got me into face masks. It was T-Money that was always holding all the wine nights and face masks and gangster music in her hotel room.
Tupac, shout out.
Yeah, it was her. She was putting on all these fantastic women's, you know, let's all get together and do this.
And I even got men face masks so the men wouldn't be left out either.
She did. She did. She left nobody out. You were always showing up, always being fun, always owning who you were. She used to come in like this, what up? You know, just constantly this great vibe kind of chick. And it really drew me to, and I always thought like, I kind of want to be like that. I mean, I am, but like the way she did it was like she'd show up in the parking lot just blasting her music. I mean, she was this little tiny like car, and it just boom,
little
boom,
hatchback,
boom, like, and it looked like it was shaking and moving from side to side. It was so cute. But she'd get out and she'd be like, "What up?"
T-Money's in the house,
and she'd say that too. T-Money's in the house, and it was great. So. And you've always, and when we did go out on the town, this one was the one that was like, let's do this. Oh man, we ripped the
It took a little bit to push me out there, but
when she
got out there,
when she did, she was buying like Ciroc for everybody.
Yeah,
we capped it, by the way.
Woo! And I was broke the next day. because Ciroc shots cost a lot of
I
money.
tried to stop her. I tried. Yeah. So
Yeah, I remember I spent like one night in less than an hour, I spent like $200.
oh,
And it was like one of our first nights there. So I was
I
like,
swear-
"Hey, I'm going to buy
I swear, I
drinks for
tried.
everybody."
I tried to stop you.
It's okay. I was drunk. You can't stop me.
You are a really fun person, whether you drink or not. You really are.
Thanks,
And that's how you
Sam.
can tell who like some of the most best people to hang out with, because you can hang out with them and have a lot of fun, whether they're sober or drunk or high, you know. And I'm one of those people. I just want to say that because I don't know if you were about to say it. So.
I was, but she stole my thunder.
So we're going to wrap this up, but I do want to end it like I always end it. And
Jerry Springer's
ask
final
you-
thought.
I want to ask you, so like I say on every Indian podcast, you know, since my brother died and took his own life, I want to leave a message for anybody out there who is going through a hard time, or, you know, becoming the victim of depression and
Putting themselves down.
thinking about, suicide or anything like
nothing.
that, or feeling like you're worthless. What advice or what can you say to those people out there? And I know you may have experienced that yourself. You know, what's the message you want to leave out there?
I mean, for me, what's really helped me is, going through my past experiences, knowing that I end up overcoming, it really helps me to think about, like, in a year from now, will I feel the exact same way that I'm feeling right now? No, I never will. I'm going to feel either better, or unfortunately I might feel worse. But the point is that every time you move forward, you're always going to end up getting better than what you were yesterday. So
Yeah.
that's really the biggest thing.
Ride out the storm. Ride out the motherfucking storm, because you can do it.
Yeah.
And even if you do it under the covers and you need to take a day to yourself, just do that, because the storm eventually passes. It really does.
Or just a girl's day or whatever. Or guy's day.
Or a girl and guys day.
Yeah.
Or an orgy. I mean, I'm just saying.
Gay day, straight day.
Doesn't matter, any
Blue
day.
day, green day.
All right. So thank you so much for joining me, Team Money. And stay tuned for the next podcast. And I'm really excited. We have another guest for you. Actually, I believe tomorrow I'm going to have my first Smoking Break podcast. Hopefully it happens. We've been trying to get it together very soon.
Wish I could have been there.
Going to be the special podcast of nothing but girl talk, sex talk, sensual talk, keeping it real talk. And as always, find us on sexyfreedom.com, and all of the show notes are below. Subscribe. Love you.
Peace out, mofos.
You gotta find the stop broadcast.